really good for IHC. I think this is a pretty decent one for them to potentially actually take this series back to equalize it. It's looking pretty decent for him in the game. You don't have that much physical damage to deal with the OD. That is the thing that he hates. He's gonna have to be chronoed all the time. The question is, can you actually find them? In terms of vision, IHC are gonna have the advantage, as the Nagasarn will always be shoving in the waves, so you have the advantage there. You have the ice vortex as well on the ground all the time. You have positioning advantage because of the Centaur Warrunner. It is gonna have to be Chuen and Jokem. So Jokem gets an early blink dagger on the line. Chuen creates some problems in a fight. Just gets all the attention on himself. Lion finds somebody, gets the stun off. OD comes in for the save, and Akashi then finds the chrono. It is not easy to coordinate, especially when you have a Death Prophet and you kind of want to invite the enemies to go towards you. Not going to be happening. These exorcisms, I guess the first ones for the tier 1s, but later on, mostly for team fights in Roche. I doubt that you're going to be pushing tier 2s in this game. No. Not going to be happening. Once the Centaur has a blink, anybody who comes forward just gets blown up, and there is no saves on the side of Talon unless Phoenix buys a Aghanim Scepter, which I don't think is going to be happening unless we see a 60+ minute game. So I'm again on the IHC side, actually. I think they have a pretty decent shot at winning this one. I do like their draft. I think it is slightly better than the one on the side of their opponents. So let's see how they actually work it out. On the side of Talon, you again have pretty huge team fight. You have pushing on your offlaner, but you are now reliant on the you're reliant on your offlaner ulti to push. So I'm not sure how that is gonna work for them, but let's see. Talon versus IHC game 2. Will we be seeing a 3-game series today? I would hope so, and I would think so as well after what I've seen here. OD looks pretty cool with the Santa hat. Looks like somebody who's gonna kidnap your child, right? Or, you know, the movie Bad Santa? Right, he puts a Santa hat and suddenly he's a good guy. Not really. Kids, if you see a Santa Claus with this kind of a face, run. Run away and never return. As have fun, brother. Whenever I see the Emperor, he has that nice voice with which he says, brother.
The battle begins.
Maybe thinking about denying that rune, not gonna be happening. It is gonna be a 2-for-2. I don't know if we've seen any big trades in terms of rune. That Faces Void Death in the previous game was kind of the only pre-rune action, pre-laning stage action that we really encountered for the entirety of the day, which is kind of a bummer. I love the pre-rune action, especially like the bloodbaths when everybody commits. All of the 3 goblin techies have their Christmas hats. Let's see. Let's look into this lane. So should be pretty decent for the Centaur. I doubt that you can stop him from farming. Has really good animation, good damage. The damage output of the Faces Void and the Phoenix combined not that high. Once the Phoenix has level 3, that is when he starts dealing damage, but that's kind of the time where Helm of the Iron Will might be coming out for the Centaur. Very close to it. Phoenix in some trouble. No hoof stomp. 11 already used it, so upon you underneath the tower, he's gonna be quadrupling his armor considering he only has 1. Let's look at the bottom lane. This is gonna be the one where Talon could win. As I mentioned, the AA and the Nagasari, they love to go forward, right? Go for kills. The Death Prophet doesn't care about that. Plus, you have good ways to deal with illusions. A lot of AoE between the two. So I'm thinking WS comes out ahead in this lane. Very nice stun from the Lion there. It always feels so empowering when you're playing a line and you're getting multiple man stuns in a lane. Of course, those were 2 illusions in the hero, but you know, counts for something. Mid lane, OD versus the Ember. At some point, the OD starts dominating this matchup, but he's really not having luck with his Essence Flux. Like every single time. I had a friend of mine. We used to play Dota together in PC game clubs. We would get 10 people and then go and play. That was Dota 1 days. I would play a Seeker in the mid lane and he would play an OD. And he got so unlucky with the Essence Flux that he didn't have the mana. I remember it was a meta where you would astral people. Maybe it was Dota 2. I think not. I think it was Dota 1 day still. Very long time ago, 10 plus years. Even to this day, we remember it, and he's still pretty salty about it. Though now, when you can just use Arcane Orb all the time, and you're not gonna have that much mana problems, even if you're ultra unlucky. Top lane. Some pressure is being applied, so they're trying to push this Centaur away from the creeps. He's denying way too much, but this is a mistake, because they just jump in onto Ponyo and demolish him. So 4 legs on the Centaur and 6 on the Goblin techies. They just trampled the bird. Poor guy. So now the mid lane and the off lane of IHC are going to be doing well. Their safe lane, I don't see them stopping 4-3 from getting farm, but the Death Prophet should definitely be ahead. Well, we'll see how much they can actually annoy this Naga Siren. Even if you get her out of the lane early on, which you're not going to be able to do, she is still pretty a pretty decent jungler. The Faceless Void is starting to struggle, especially if you compare him to what the Centaur has, 18-7 compared to 12 and 2. Not a great situation to be in if you're Akashi. But at least he is getting something. It's a Faceless Void, very rarely gonna die in the lane. The burst damage of the Centaur and the techies, it is high, but if the Faceless Void is full HP, it's gonna be next to impossible to actually burst him down. Maybe if you force out his Time Walk and then he makes a mistake, but I would be very surprised if Akashi does that. Especially with the way he played the previous game. So it looks like he's in good form. Other than that, we're not seeing anything. The Ember Spirit is actually doing well in the mid lane. In terms of denies, he's losing, but in terms of CS, he's ahead on Chuan. Joachim does go down, so you might not be able to kill the Death Prophet, but you can definitely kill his support. Spirit Siphons are good for you. Meanwhile, mid lane, Sanctity has the Astral. 9-1 charges as well. He's definitely not going to be going down. No sticks or wands on Chuan. Slatterface is being annoying to the OD. This hero does have a pretty high amount of armor early on. Very bad agility gains, so that's not going to be increasing all that much. But the base armor is pretty nice. Akashi stunned up. He gets himself away. This is the way that you actually get the kill. He tries to get himself out of this one with the time dilation. Might just be able to do so, especially with the healing lotus being given to him. Nicely done by Ponyo. Doing a good job keeping his body alive, but now they can burst him with another hoof stomp and the blast off. He just dies. Definitely needs a little bit of time there. Meanwhile, mid lane, Sanctity gets taken down. Joachim, that's gonna be his rotation. Refills the bottle. Get the kill. Unfortunate, and that leaves 4-3 all alone on the bottom lane. While Ace, what the hell was he doing? There's kills happening left and right. As we're gonna be getting those T-tours in the chat. It's been a long day. Well, nice stun onto the OD. He's level 5 versus a level 6 Ember. You have to be very careful about what you're doing. He wanted the rune. He's not gonna be getting it. Chuan goes into Invis. No chains at the moment. Sanctity, you just came back to the world of the living. You don't want to die again. And the thing is, you might not have a choice. There will be a stun on line fairly soon. Nice jump in there from Ace. He will bring down Joachim. Gets to the high ground. Gets the stun off. Joachim will be living. And Ace is just the next one on the menu. With a blood grenade, he finishes off the line. But that's only post-mortem, so no experience for you. An absolute disaster has struck here on the side of IHC. already it looked like they were winning the mid lane. Not any longer. Even in terms of CS, the Ember Spirit is ahead, and he has a kill and 2 assists, whilst the OD, he has 2 deaths to his name. Pretty good engagement there and really nice rotation from the supports. We look at Talon, we don't really see too much kill potential early on, but these kills, that's why they matter even more. Your lineup should not be getting them at this moment. Again, Sanctity making a uncharacteristic mistake. Now he's dealing with a level 7 Ember Spirit. Meanwhile, Ace does not get the Wisdom Rune. It's gonna be Ponyo that secures it. Pretty huge for these two supports. Talon, they want their supports to get level 6s as fast as possible. Ace, you have to be very careful. The next Fire Spirit might actually kill you, but he misses on it, meaning that Ponyo is all alone right now. Hoof Stomp, Double Edge, goodbye. Ponyo, he has overstayed his welcome. Did pick up a Wisdom Rune, so in the end, this death of his really doesn't matter all that much. Sanctity is behind the Ember, and quite a lot at that. You picked the OD to crush the Ember. You didn't crush anything. OD versus a melee hero usually does really well. Jen is not your usual guy. He did lose to Alina today quite heavily, so definitely getting some frustrations out there in the laning phase. Bottom rune, there it is. The illusion rune will be picked up by Tren. He takes some damage there from the sticky bomb. Of course, you cannot get it off yourself as Se. Next on the menu, no mana, has 7-1 charges, has a Fairy Fire, probably just wants to dodge the Ember Spirit killing him, but Tren is not going to allow that to happen. A Sleight of Fist just to secure it, and immediately on towards the OD. Sanctity, run away! Run away! The OD is a speedy hero, but are you speedy enough? No chains though, so they can't keep him in place for the Lion to get close with the stun. Sanctity will be reading the situation correctly and surviving. While WS, well, he reads the situation even more correctly. He understands that the enemies are not coming to defend this tower. Some wave cutting coming in from the Naga Siren to make sure that the tower doesn't take all that much damage, but half of the tier 1 is gone. Rotation from the Faces Void. Akashi coming over. He was spotted by the Watcher, so maybe just go Chrono Ace. That's gonna be a Chrono onto nobody. The A doesn't even TP. Astral Prism and has been used. Tran coming over. And that's gonna be the man of the Ember Spirit gone. He has some 1 charges, not that much of them. There's a Stampede. 11 will get the stun. Onto the Ember. Another Astral in the 7 seconds. But Joachim is there covering for Tren. With the blast off not connecting, Tren will be more than fine and even dodges the sticky bomb, which will be exploding in the river. Hopefully no tsunamis are gonna be coming over. Akashi, no TP from you. He understood for a second there that that's not going to be working out, so just stops it and will use his feet to run towards the top lane. Solid sequence of events there for IHC, because Chrono was used to no avail. The worst Chrono of the series, actually. Akashi has just had amazing Chronos. That's it. Overconfidence sometimes can be just as bad as lack of it. And he got overconfident there. The equalizing the levels for now. Phoenix hasn't really been getting much in the experience department. They were thinking about fighting all this time and doesn't work out all that well. While that is happening, WS is continuing with his push on the bottom lane. He's gonna have a Veil of Discord in no time, and well, the Year of Shadows is already there. Lucky for the enemies that he still hasn't gotten a kill, but this tower will be dropping fairly soon. Look at this. Full tower, untouched. The mid lane towers, they are very rarely untouched. At least 1 hit does come through. You know, so level 6, the Lion has it, however. That's a good one to kill the Naga with. Bottom tower does fall. Exorcism will be up in 10 seconds if they want to push the mid lane. They definitely can. Ember Spirit gets himself away. Blast off from Mace. Again off the mark. Gonna be digging out the Mango. He really hates the ground. First, he is exploding onto it. Then he's digging, destroying Mother Nature. Naga Siren has been untouched for a very long period of time. Of course, once the Manta, we can expect an Orchid after that. That's kind of the staple build at the moment. All the Faces Void has the Gloves of Haste. Usually we see this, but very rarely do people finish off the Midas right now. Tren finish off Sanctity. That's the first Finger of Death kill. And even used so perfectly that the kill goes to your core. And you still get the extra damage from it. Oh, it's like 40 damage. Yeah, pretty nice. Used to be 50. Mid lane tower does fall. DP to protect Akashi, but he would have been fine either way. It's just in case. Chrono into an egg. You might even be able to kill a centaur. Pulsans, Akashi threatening with it. IHC will decide to get themselves out, while Jokem, you can decide to get yourself out. Is it gonna be happening though? A couple of more hits from this Naga illusion, not gonna be happening. He should not shatter. It's 13% on level 1, 12% on level 1, so yeah, wasn't even close. He needed to be down to like 130 HP, 123, 124 maybe. OD is going for a Witchblade. H1, Sleight of Fist chains at the ready, only level 1 chains, so on his own, he's not really a threat to the OD. What the hell is that? What do you call that bug that rolls dung around? Not sure. Somebody in the chat will know. A dung beetle. Like, what the hell am I talking about? Akashi gonna get stunned up, follow-up stun as well, and he's gonna turn back time completely fine. Goes for the chrono, turns it around. No stampede for you, meaning no life either. The egg is ready, but Ponyo isn't really gonna be needing it at all. The multiple stuns, the slows, the hexes, the kills. They got close to bringing down Akashi, but not close enough. His life still remained intact, and this Faceless Void is continuing to be a problem for them. This is it. You understand just how much of a problem he's gonna be later on because you've already experienced it once. And that is gonna continue. You don't do something better. Oh. A little bit of a lag there. Dota servers. Playing with us a bit. I have to say this. I think this is Singapore server. And it hasn't worked that well for me. I don't know if it's great for the players, but for me it hasn't been that great. You guys probably don't see it at 60 FPS, but when you have more of it on your PC, when you have more hertz on the monitor, it's pretty apparent when something is wrong. Ponyo gets himself out. Stampede not at the ready. Ponyo should be fine. The Yasuo Vortex does slow him down. Actually, not gonna be all that much fine. A blast connects. No mana for the egg. No life for the Phoenix. Still hasn't used a single egg in this game and is going for a 4-staff. Interesting. That's actually pretty cool. Because Phoenix hates buying a 4-staff, right? Usually you're gonna protect yourself with the Euls, but this is not only for him. Hoof Stomp into a Blast Off into Proximity Mines, and any hero can easily die. But with just a little 4-staff, just a small item like that, you can just make sure that every single one of those initiations is useless, right? And Lion doesn't want to get it, obviously. He wants a Blink Dagger for himself. And speaking of, we do have the first Blink Dagger now, being bought by 11. It's gonna be delivered to him fairly soon. It's gonna be cool to see this Saghanim Scepter of the OD. So, damage very equal to 75% of his maximum mana. Okay. That's actually quite nice. Oh. Jump in onto WS. They actually miss on the stun. WS is gonna be living through this one. He actually uses the ulti and wants to fight. Let's go. You initiated this. You wanted this. Now give me your spirit. Give me your soul. The finger from the line will make sure that that centaur never sees the light of another day. And Akashi chasing for Se. Just a couple of bashes are gonna get the kill. He sees him for a second. Time dilation. If you want to kill, you might be needing to use the chrono. And there it is. He's not gonna be sparing anybody. Just gets them down, and with this exorcism they're gonna be able to go for the ancient stack that they were making. Not sure for whom, but with a couple of heroes they definitely could have farmed that one. That's gonna be so huge for Talon. This is what I was talking about. With the Death Prophet, you're not gonna be looking to push tier 2s, as you can easily get caught, but every single time you see an opportunity for a fight, the exorcism will be used. Sanctity will get spotted by the Ember. Sleight of Fist chains are there, and Phoenix comes over with the slow. The Icarus dive goes for a TP out. Is attempting to do it. Not gonna be happening. The damage more than sufficient there with the Veil being used by WS. And Chuan is the one that gets the kill. He's 5-0-6, picking an Ember Spirit, getting countered by the OD. This guy cannot be countered. He knows what he's doing. Definitely started off today's day on a bad note, dying solo to Alina in the first best of one of the day, but has been picking up the pace. Just didn't wake up properly. He probably got used to all of the CET European times, right? While he was with Alliance, so now had to wake up a little bit earlier. I woke up at 3 AM to cast Dota. That was 12 hours ago. 12 hours of Dota enjoyment. Don't worry, guys. I didn't cast all the time. Wingblade did take the previous best of 3. So I wouldn't mind. We all know Dota is our love. Dota is our passion. Without it, we'd all be sad. With it, we're sad. You know, when they say, like, women, you can't live with them, you can't live without them, then we would say, men, you can't live with them, you can't live without them. Dota, you can't live with it, you can't live without it. That's the true sentence. Proximity Mines will stop this advance from Talon, so I won't be able to do anything with it. AA places a nice deep ward. That is a good one. AA Blast might kill Akashi here if he's not careful, but he's gonna be waiting for the Centaur. It is taking a long time. Akashi going for the Ancients. If he gets stunned up, he's dead. 11. Oh, there's the slideshow. This is the server. Stampede will get used. Akashi has been caught, and Akashi will be taken down. Okay, we're gonna be trying to fix things for a second here, so I do apologize. See if the good old reconnect will make sure that the servers work better for us. We're gonna be coming back into the game super fast, so don't worry about it, guys. There we go. Of course, we haven't missed anything. But nope, the Dota servers still lagging. Hopefully, thing is gonna be looking better. As I mentioned, the Singapore server just hasn't been working that well today, at least not for me. 6-12 in terms of kills, but in terms of net worth, still a good position for the side of IHC. We can see the Dota Plus is favoring them as well, because Naga Siren versus a Faceless Void. It is something that you always have to be careful of. Gonna be going for the Eternal Shroud, so just wants to be a little bit tankier there. Well, Talon, they're in smoke. They want to find the Faceless Void once again. Akashi running away. One more Stampede. Are we seeing a replay? Yep, it is a replay, and not one that Akashi is liking with the Sanity's Eclipse. They do get themselves a kill. And do bring down the courier as well. Okay, the slideshow, super annoying. Our Spike does connect. They have the egg. It's gonna be close to the high ground. Not really on it. The song does get used, but it's not saving Ace whatsoever. Still taking so much damage. Running in with WS. Has already used the Exorcism, but the rest of IHC will already get themselves away. Ace going for a TP out. 11. Gonna be hexed up. That was a nice attempt at TP. Finds a nice little place between the trees, but will still be taken down. Oop. Server's still not looking good, guys. I'm looking at my OBS, thinking the internet perfectly working, and then this is happening. This is what it is, Dota. It has its moments. Okay, this is being very annoying. It's hard to watch for me. I'm only imagining how it is for you guys back at home. Oh, I think that now when I clicked reconnect, it actually looked better. In terms of connecting to the server, nah, it's still taking a long time. But there's gonna be There's gonna be some packet loss. Either way, we are back in it. We're gonna be watching the Dota action.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Matter if the servers don't want to work with us. So let's see. How are things looking at the moment? Takashi is dancing. I thought that Dota lagged out once again. The Tormentor will get taken down. So that's a shard for the AA. Ice Blast now will apply Cold Feet. 60% of the duration. Pretty huge. Naga Siren. Gonna be the Eternal Shroud. Done. Faces Void. He does hit level 15. He goes for the Talon. The Time Lock Talent was also nerfed, I think, by 5 damage. So, in general, 10 less damage on the Time Lock. Because he got a 5 damage nerf on all of his levels from the B patch as well. So there is a lot of Lotuses here in the right Lotus pool, the left one. Only one. Nobody seems to be wanting to fight at the moment. The Naga Siren, we haven't seen the Orchid usage a single one in this game thus far. Ember Spirit, he is going for Yules right now, so Jen has to have a way to remove it while the Faceless Void is farming his Manta. He'll have it now. There it is, Manta is done. Still hasn't been delivered to him, however, so there's a chance to die. It would be a perfect one. The Exorcism for the Roche. Lion has been found, and the Faceless Void is just running away. The Shivas did slow him down quite a lot. 11 did finish it off. WS goes with the silence. 4-3 still has the song. You definitely want to silence that girl, because if she opens her mouth, everybody will be locked down. No buyback on the line. Buybacks are going to be pretty important for this fight. The Ember Spirit does have one, seeing as he's so close to his Yule Scepter, but you have prevented Talon from going for Roche. And having the OD, you're not that bad at getting Roche yourselves. Also, this Naga Siren is hella farmed, so her tankiness will allow you to go for Roche. And actually, the Centaur having the Shivas, this poor Roche isn't really going to be attacking all that much. But the Lion is coming back to the world of the living. You might be playing without the Exorcism, but at least you're going to have 5 heroes of your own. Still no Yules. You always have to be careful about how you approach the Naga Siren here with the Orchid without it, because the saves of Talon are very limited. You don't have the Astral like there is on the other side, and so they will have an Aghanim Scepter soon. Fourth place, Xuan coming over, breaking the smoke. Sleight of Fist was used. Ember Spirit going forward. Xuan, I think he made a mistake, but the chrono will be amazing on the OD. They found him, and the song will make sure that the OD survives. You didn't find the right one. Sanctity is gonna be dropping the Sanity Eclipse with the silence onto the Faceless Void. They have the Astral as well, so he's definitely not gonna be dying during that silence, but Sanctity is getting healed up by the mana allergy. Akashi wants the bashes. He needs the bashes. He's gonna be able to get a kill even without them. 11 might be next on the menu, but they're looking towards the supports. They're gonna be easier targets. The Naga Siren doesn't want to be getting into that fight. As the Sticky Bomb slowing down Akashi, there's gonna be another Stampede. They did catch the Faceless Void. He does get silenced up right after he removes the net with the Manta. He saw that he was gonna die if he doesn't do it, but the spell and item usage from 4-3 really on point there. Losing the net first, the second you see the Manta, instant silence. That sleep, slowing them down. The Faceless Void not doing anything inside of the chrono. He definitely needs that BKB. 4-3. Moving forward, he's gonna get the net onto the Ember. Does have the Orchid, but Jokem is gonna be coming over. Silences the Siege Creep, makes a huge mistake, and that's gonna cost him his life most likely. Does he have the Manta? He's gonna have it right now, but the chains, they were already used. Glimmer Cape will be protecting him. 4-3 will be fine. Even with the mistake, it is not enough to bring him down. Just way too tanky, way too strong, way too farmed. At the moment, WS gonna be buying a Kaya. That's an Ember Spirit. God doesn't have a Yules just yet, but he's surviving through it all. He will be able to survive through it, and Ace will be the one that falls. Phoenix gets cold feeted there mid-flight. Not gonna be able to connect. Ember Spirit leaves the Remnant, thinking about TPing back to the base. The Yules onto the OD. There's a Hex, a Silence. Very low chances of getting out of that one alive, especially with the time dilation being used. A lot of the shields used on him is gonna be enough to live in the backlines. 11 did finish off the Phoenix, but at the cost of his life, you lost 2 cores in quick succession. And say, next on the menu, Spirit Siphon gonna be used. The Silence as well. Meanwhile, backline, the Naga Siren did finish off the Ember Spirit. Her life is not gonna be taken down at all. Still, it is not a worthy fight for IHC by any means. They've lost four of their heroes, bringing down 2. That movement of the Centaur, most definitely not worth it. The Faceless Void still not allowed to do damage in these fights, but once he is, that's when things are gonna be scary. This is why I'm thinking Talon are in such a good spot, as at some point Akashi will have his BKB and then things become scary for you. So I'm liking this layered approach to initiation from Talon. This is what I was talking about. Ember goes in, creates chaos. Lion finds a good target. OD comes to save him. Chrono the OD. That's what you do. The thing is, there's always a song as well, but that just means that the Nagasari is not doing much. Jump in from Joakim. Instantly there's going to be a stampede. Joakim is going to be in a lot of trouble though. Right after 4-3 comes out of the stun, and even the Phoenix now going to be caught. They don't have the silence any longer, however, so this Phoenix can get the egg off if he wants to. Deep. Ember has the BKB. Phoenix needs to be spamming his egg, and there it is. But the question is, can you protect it? It's definitely not. Versus so many heroes. Trent with the BKB, standing his ground and fighting WS. No exorcism. His damage output is just not that high. Trent gets silenced up with the BKB. It expired, and now he's gonna be in so much trouble. Akashi coming over. There will be a Sanity's Eclipse, so the mana allergy is on to the Faceless Void. Of course, his spells don't use up all that much mana, so the OD won't be healing, but he doesn't need to either. As the Aghanim Scepter now, killing this OD is gonna be very, very rough to do. %75% of maximum mana after the strong dispel. Good luck killing him. He has more than 4k HP, or around 4k HP at the moment. Roche on the menu. The side of Talon didn't manage to kill him, but with the OD, with the Arcane Orb, we just know how much damage that can do to the Roche. Some people usually forget, even teams that have the OD are like, oh yeah, we are really good at Roche. WS. He wants the Eternal Shroud. Has the Yules to remove the silence, which is nice. Phoenix, 4-staff Glimmer. Lion has a 4-staff. These Glimmer capes are really helping with the magical damage of Talon. Talon does a lot of magical damage. You have physical damage from the right clicks of the Faceless Void, but his bashes are magical and his Maelstrom procs are magical as well. And then you have the Exorcism Spirits of the Death Prophet. That's about it when it comes to physical. Oh, Smoke gets broken. WS not the easiest of targets because of the Yules. Shield rune on the Nagasarian. Good luck killing this guy. 4.5k HP at the moment on him with the Eternal Shroud, so much magic resistance to go through. KP on the Faceless Void has been bought, but his career is going through a part of the map where there are enemies. If he's not careful, he might actually lose this BKB for the next 3 minutes. Side of IHC, they're still searching for a fight. Aegis in hand on the OD. 2k gold lead, not insurmountable, but looking pretty good in the farm distribution. It's all on the Nagasarian. Still yet to die. On this scary 4-3, didn't look too good on his Seeker. On his Nagasarian, he's doing exactly what he needs, shoving out the ways, and his positioning in terms of sleep in the fights to prevent the Chrono has been insane. Akashi, he thought he could make the Faceless Void work. He might still do so, but for now, he has been countered. He has been dealt with. And that is important, right? Because in the previous game, you got destroyed with the Faceless Void, showing that it's still a man playing this hero, right? And there's if you play properly, he can't really do much. Proximity Mine is gonna start exploding. They know exactly where Talon is. Ponyo gonna break it. Glimmer Cape will protect him. Goes to the side. Has the egg. He doesn't get to use it though. No buyback on him. He cannot join the fight. Sanctity with a Stampede will be able to get himself away. Still has that Aghanim Scepter. And now there's the shield. Good luck killing him. A blast only onto the Yule Scepter. So this is a big problem. And a stun from the line. Amazingly done there from the low ground. Joakim. Ace is gonna be getting into his arms. Give me that mana. And the Faceless Void. He'll take him down with a couple of hits. Now Death Prophet has been caught. No Yule Scepter for you. The Sanity's Eclipse will be used as OD. He's doing a lot of damage there. Does get the kill. Well, still look at what the Nagasarian is doing with the sleep, keeping everybody at bay. Faceless Void pops the BKB. Gonna get netted and just TPs away. Trying to finish him off. Not gonna be working out. What the hell? That was a long TP. Or the time just slowed down for me. There's a Faceless Void. He can't control time. Not properly, though, it seems. As it is going to take a long time for him to TP. And the physical damage, if you look at the side of IHC, it's not great, but it's not that bad either. Dance on the line. Nice blink away. He's going to be fine. Even if he got netted, he does have a 4-step to keep himself alive. With those illusions, no glyph. This is gonna be the last time that it actually refreshes. Taken down Lion, though, being super annoying with the mana drain, not allowing those illusions to live. That's a huge deal, but Nagasari now has the Skadi. More stats to deal with. You still haven't been able to kill her, and the question is if you ever will. 515 CS, only 254 on the Faceless Void. You're more than doubled in that department. Well, it seems that 4-3 took it personally. Said it was the difference of the carries in the previous game, but it seems that 4-3 was just dealt a bad hand. Here with the Nagasarn, he is doing more than a good job. EKB down to 8 seconds. Not that big of a problem. Sanctity has a pike, so even harder of a target at the moment. Talon. You know now that you can't kill the OD all that easily. Even inside of a chrono, it's going to be a problem. Talon are going to have slower approaches to these fights. I don't think a straight up chrono is going to work out. Maybe WS gets like a blink dagger. Nope, for now, he has a halberd. Pretty annoying for the illusions, right? I guess Bloodthorn is going to be on the menu at some point for the Nagasarn, but currently not the case. But at least disarm on the OD. The misses are gonna be pretty huge, and Shard does go to Chuen. Lion has one, Phoenix has one, Face has it. Only Death Prophet is missing on it. They did nerf her fear. Not by a lot, but those little changes, they definitely add up. So that's the last outer tower gone. You've already lost the tier 3. Talon, they do have a glyph, but it's not going to be refreshing any longer in this game. 19 to 22 kills don't really mean much at the moment. They're keeping themselves in it. Only 8% win probability, however. So we'll see if they're going to be able to fight against all odds and win this series with a 2-0. Or will it be IHC equalizing it? Currently at the moment it looks like we're going to game 3, but nothing is certain until the throne falls. WS, not the easiest of targets, but with the AA Blast, this is why you picked this hero. You want to burst people down. They did push out the top lane quite nicely, and the Faceless Void gets himself out just in the nick of time. IHC getting themselves out. Their Nagasarn is like the only reason that they're so far ahead, but it is a good enough reason, right? If you don't deal with those illusions, they're gonna rip you apart. And if you try to, it's just gonna take a long time for you to do so. So you have to deal with them. Lion, I guess, is the one. His mana drain, though, he has been separating them quite nicely. They're being used. In a couple of seconds, they are dealing with that top lane. The smoke from Talon. There isn't really a Roche to take at the moment. How is their vision looking? Not that great. This is a nice ward, but that's only if IHC do respond to it. Currently, with the mid lane being open, you can just send the illusions there and the illusions to the bot lane, and Talon are gonna have to go back to the base. At least they got some vision out, but that's only gonna be helping you if the Roche has an early respawn time. If it has a later respawn time, it's gonna be a problem, as it is gonna be on the Radiant side, and that's not the side that you can defend, not with the current positioning. Nagasarn just going ham on the melee racks. Where's the line? He's the one that needs to kill those illusions, and there it is. Mana drain will get used. A lot of the illusions will die. Silence from WS. Nice Hurricane Pike. OD gets himself to a safe position. WS, he's the frontliner. He is the one standing there. Nobody wants to fight him at the moment. Oh, there it is. Eternal Shroud done for the Death Prophet. Looks really, really tanky. 3.3k HP. More than 30 armor. 31 to be exact. As the Spirit Siphon, if the AA Blast doesn't connect on him, it's gonna be a problem. Just a bit reminder, guys, if you're in a Yules, the AA Blast still clips you. So that is pretty nice for Se. Things have slowed down, and it is going to be an early Roche respawn. That's solid for Talon, because they did manage to get some good vision on the top lane. But look at this, Akashi is under enemy vision. If he gets stunned up, he's dead. There's absolutely no way you're getting your BKB off if the Hoof Stomp does connect. But on the other hand, he might be able to react in time. Roughly where he is, the line has been drawn there. Ace Reset, telling his team he is here, guys. He is here. Akashi gets away just in time, taking the Watcher as well. Yeah, Akashi, you don't know in how much of a trouble you actually are. Fine. IHC still searching for him. Is that another smoke? Nope. Out of their base, Talon. They are going to be going over enemy vision. They do have a gem on the Ember, whilst Akashi, he steals the Wisdom Rune. He done nice read of the situation, going back with the TP. Now he's going to be spotted on that ward there. So IHC, they know exactly that the enemies are coming their way. Now with Delusion, Talon are going to be more than aware of it. Shen, gem, make sure that ward falls. But Roche, it is going to be a quick one. The second the DOD enters the pit, they have the minus armor from the Riptide, and bye-bye Roche. Aegis and Cheese. It's a Dire Side Roche. WS still standing his ground. This is very dangerous. The thing is that you might be running into enemy vision if you start running away. But they're gonna be going into their own jungle. Aghanim Scepter, Ember Spirit onto the high ground. He has the shard as well. Jump in, jump out. Akashi testing the grounds. Moment, nice disperse there from the Naga Siren Illusions, so they don't all get sucked dry. Se has been found. That's a nice kill for sure. Nice one to start it off. No buyback on him at the moment. He will have it in 700 gold. That's not something that you can know. He actually could have assembled the and decided against it. Would have died anyways. Faceless Void wants a Diffusal Blade, wants the full disperser. I'm thinking Nullifier. I'm guessing that barrier can be purged off. The A on this can be purged off on the AA for sure during the chrono with the Nullifier. So I'm thinking you might want to go that route. OD finds a ninja gear. This is huge for his positioning. He's probably never gonna be caught in a chrono. He doesn't make a mistake. Havoc Hammer on the Centaur. So you pull them in. You use the Hoof Stomp. Look, it used to be so bad when it would push people out. It felt like you would go in, you let out a gas, and then everybody just runs away from you. That's what it felt like, right? It wasn't fun, and I didn't see many usages for it. Eviana's Feather for the AA, so we're gonna be seeing a flying AA. The guy can already fly though. Or levitate. So now when he gets close to death, he's gonna be able to really fly. That Prophet, the Wind Waker, is on the menu. Akashi is farming really well, I have to say. Did finish his Mjolnir, has the Ascetic's Cap, doesn't want to die the first stun, so wants to make sure that he gets out of it super fast. Well, the Emperor is going for a Gleipnir. He could finish it if he wants to, but probably wants a buyback as well, which is going to be pretty important. Nice delay of the Aegis. Less than half of the duration is left on it, and really when you look at it, IHC, their ability to push, like brute force push, it's not really there. Cern is going to be focusing on the range axes. Last time it was the melee axes, they healed up. So he's going to do some unhealable damage to the enemy base. There it is, Gleipnir done. Didn't actually want to save for buyback. The Naga Siren has a basher, though he needs to decide what he wants to swap out. Has the shard as well. How's the center looking? Lotus, BKB. That's a 9-second BKB, still yet to be used. The Talon this can be assembled. Techies has the Lotus as well. Pretty huge items here. So that time dilation really isn't going to be that big of an issue. The Phoenix spells, the Ember Spirit, those things don't really do all that much any longer. Kind of what happened to the Silencer in the previous game. I really want to go forward. Seeing any attempt just yet. Just the illusions coming in to make sure the range axes are taking some damage. Nothing too major. Things are tense. They're tense between these two teams. You can feel the tension in the air. Wisdom Rune. Sanctity, thinking about it, he doesn't really need any levels, so he's probably looking at his supports. Yep, level 18 on the AA or on the techies, both of them is quite nice. Well, they were baiting on that Wisdom Rune, and yeah, cores are never gonna give it away, even though it's just 2 attributes for him. Screw you, supports. 20% spell lifesteal, that is huge. The heals. This OD doesn't die, right? You have 3k HP, then you have 2k mana, then if you get low, you get another like 1500 damage barrier. Then the spell lifesteal, then the heals from the mana allergy. All of those things are amazing, though I don't like the name mana allergy now that doesn't do damage any longer. Smoke into smoke, but the proximity mines, they always find Talon where they want to go. Sir is not in the vicinity. The Aegis does expire. Does they break the smoke? Ponyo has the egg. He won't get it off once again. He's just gonna allow himself to die. He could have reacted, but he doesn't have a buyback. The end this does get popped. Uno OD. He's gonna get caught. Nice Hurricane Pie. Gonna be doing some damage to WS. Who's still coming forward. Does get the disarm off. Disarms himself as well. That could have been a good chrono. Decides not to use it for now. Low ground stun from the line. Gonna be using the finger. 11. Not really taking all that much damage. They are gonna catch the Naga Siren inside of the chrono. So no sleep for you. And now they're starting to overwhelm the fight. The sleep is gonna be coming through as well as the egg. But the stuns, the bashes are there. The BKB gonna be used. And the song will be expiring with the bashes, not allowing him to TP away. Akashi did manage to get those in. And now with the BKB being through, they will finally bring down Akashi once again. He was patient with his chrono. He waited for the Naga Siren. Wasn't sure if he's gonna be getting her, and once he does, that's how they win the fight. That's gonna be double buyback on the other side. While Talon, they only use the one on the Phoenix. Okay, Joe Cam. He is getting some old techies vibes where you're just running across the map and dying. Definitely wasn't expecting that, but either way, will be taken down by the techies. Definitely not an ideal scenario for him, but Talon, they win a convincing fight. They get it into the gold lead after pretty much the entirety of the game of losing. The Naga Siren is still ahead, 10k ahead of anybody else, but the other heroes on the side of IHC, they're just not having that good of a time. There's still a cheese on the Centaur. He didn't get to use it. If he had, maybe that's a different fight. Stampede gonna be used. Thinking about the Phoenix. Does find him. And the Phoenix is dead. Pretty huge kill. Havoc Hammer coming in handy there as well with the damage. The tier 3 will fall. So in terms of structural damage, both teams are close. Still a little bit in favor of IHC. But Talon, of their fights going pretty well. Shield Rune, Tren, he still has the bottle. So we'll be able to pick it up pretty huge. So any new set of items. The Abyssal Blade, that's what the Naga Siren wants. Has the bots. 2 as well, so the channel time is only 2 seconds. The bots do no longer give 30 seconds of TP cooldown. It was kind of insane. Everybody was just buying it. Faces Void with the Disperser is actually doing so much damage. Kind of scary sometimes. Still has a 7-second BKB. Quite nice. We haven't seen too many fights, but when they do happen, they're amazing. They're everywhere. Gem on the Centaur. Tren, he's still sporting a gem. Timeless Relic on him. Ace has a Timeless Relic as well. So this Techies is not to be underestimated, especially being level 20. He did go for the Sticky Bomb Latch Explosion Radius. I don't know. I just think the Blast Off can have more game-changing game-changing impact, right? This is nice. It's a good talent. It's a safe talent. But imagine if you jump in 3 times inside of a fight. It's... And especially you jump in first time, reactive taser, everybody pops BKBs, you maybe get out. The second time, the enemies are not going to be expecting it all that much, especially not 10 seconds right after you have used it. Parasma. So he did finish that one off. A lot of intelligence for the OD from that Parasma. Gonna be going for the Hex next. 200 intelligence. The Dumb Void with less than 100. Phoenix. Bird Brain. Haha. 62. The rest of them are not that bad with the int department. Oh, the inside of the Ninja Gear smoke. He's the one with the cheese now. It's not on the center. Who is working towards the heart is gonna have that ring. Less than 1,000 gold if he wants it. 423. The Ascetic's cap will get popped. So he won't have it for some time. But things are very slow right now. The illusions of the Naga Siren going for a push, shoving in the waves. Trent dealing with it. He does have a remnant back if he wants to. Doesn't want to leave the base. He understands the dangers. Nobody from IHC is showing. We might know what's up, but he doesn't. And look at that. 4-3. He understands his hero is very, very fast. Has the bots too. He can join his team whenever he wants. And the Ember Spirit did go back. Does have the Boots of Travels as well. So the cooldown is only 40 seconds. Stun on the OD. The Silence connects as well. Lotus Orb removes the Silence immediately. Running into proximity mines. Have to be careful. But Fighting Se has the A on disc. Popping it right now. Wouldn't be a bad start to the fight. But the Naga Siren is pushing the base. Now with the Stampede. Getting themselves out. Naga Siren is still pushing that mid lane. That's going to be a lane of racks taken down. You better fight right now. They know that there's no Naga Siren. Akashi going to be popping the BKB. Going for 11. And there it is. Naga Siren will be coming into the fight. Doesn't care about it. The song was used preemptively. The OD still has that Aghanim Scepter. They didn't manage to bring him low. Phoenix's egg has already been used there. Tossing him around like a volleyball there with the Force Staffs. Still not going to be able to bring him down. Nice heals there from Jokem. Will allow him to live a little bit longer, but the Lotus Orb returns the Hex. So there's going to be 2 frogs. Not that many princesses in this game to kiss all of them. Ponyo going to be hiding behind the trees, but the Faceless Void has been found, and the Faceless Void will be murdered. 100 seconds on the sidelines, and you've already lost the lane of racks. That was beautifully done. 4-3. I take back everything that I've said. You're a genius. He TP'd in with the song, and the Faceless Void immediately just jumped away. He knew that the heals from the Song of the Siren would just make it impossible for him to do anything in there. So I'm very surprised that Talon weren't more aggressive when they saw what the Naga Siren was doing. No buyback on the Faceless Void, 500 gold missing. There's no chance you're getting back in this game. And I don't know without him how you actually stop this push. There will be a silence on the Ember Spirit, annoying him with the Bloodthorn. You're not really looking for a kill. You're just making sure that he doesn't come close, that he doesn't slow you down. So many illusions running towards their goal, and that is the Mega Creeps. That is the force out of the 3rd game of this best of 3 series. IHC, they want to equalize it. They want a decider. Of course, they don't want to go to the lower bracket after the first day. They want to make sure they're going into the upper brackets finals, where they're going to be facing off Azure. Ember Spirit in some trouble. He's going to be protected by the Wind Waker. Nicely done by WS. The A-Blast still did connect, so he has to be very careful. Still has the BKB to work with. The Glimmer Cape will be protecting him for now. Not for long. That is a dead Phoenix. 69 seconds on the silent disarm. On the ODs, BKB has expired. Lion trying to find good angles for his stuns, but 11, he has finally found the annoying guy. Wind Waker, WS, he has it once again. Gets himself away. Aviana's Feather will pop fairly soon if he's not careful, but he's still pretty fine. Buyback from the line, being extra annoying to the enemies, but they are looking towards the Raxes. They want to end this game. 4-3, dropping low. He wants to go for the song. Not gonna be happening. You will close your mouth and die while Akashi smashes the heads of your teammates. It doesn't matter still though, does it? Because you've gotten Mega Creeps, and when you look at Talon, their ability to push out the waves, well, it's bad. It sucks. What the hell are you gonna do? Sure, you have the Mjolnir on the Faceless Void, but it is not ideal. He does have a 20% backtrack. You can just wait this one out. No way in hell the Talon are gonna be able to force out these buybacks. I just don't see it happening. Ember Spirit doing so much damage in that fight. Chuan has been having a really good game, and they probably feel super bad that they're losing this one, but it is what it is. Octarine Core is done for him. It does get delivered to him at the moment. No more Veil. Jokem doing blind stuff, draining the mana of the OD. This hero doesn't care. One proc of the Essence Flux and that's fine. A blast, disconnecting to the pit. Talon, they want it. They might not be able to force out buybacks, but they can maybe get the Roche for themselves. The refresher, a double chrono could be something that can change the game in their favor. They've already turned 160-minute game around today. But they weren't the ones that won versus Mega Creeps. That was IHC. Throw dropping low. It will die and jump in from Centaur. He steals everything. This is mine. The refresher. The Aegis, you can have your little banner. WS, he still has the Wind Wakers, who's probably not going to be dying before he uses it, especially with a song being used. Nagasaran is again a part of this fight. Going to be finding the Phoenix, and he doesn't get the blink off. Maybe he had a little bit of a second there to go for it. The Exorcism still going strong. Akashi gonna be caught. He has the banner. Maybe you can place it. Goes in, goes out, uses the chrono. Doesn't have the beacon, doesn't have the mana, and he is gonna be... Actually, doesn't have the Manta. He has it now. The Cold Feet just extra annoying for him. Maze just jumps in with a blast off, finishes him off. It will be a Faceless Void dead, but it does have a buyback. Chuan, BKB, TP out. Abyssal Blade will not allow you to do that without mana. You're gonna be without HP fairly soon. He does have mana to go towards the Remnant, but not after the usage of the Sleight of Fist. Buyback from the Faceless Void immediately. Somebody needs to deal with the creeps, because the Mega Creeps are there in your base. Roshan's banner, I don't know how much that's gonna help, because there are no creeps of yours that it is gonna buff. And they are coming. The Horde is coming. Take the base down, to take everything down. You have buybacks. You will have 5 heroes Talon if you want to fight with them. Glyph, not available, however. 127 before it is there. What a steal from 11. Hex on the Nagasaran. It will expire fairly soon. There's the talent from the Lion. The Earth Spike. It's the even more AoE. 2-3. Just sending in the illusions. You don't even have to commit. The Stampede will get used. There's the slows. WS chasing forward. Yeah, run away, you cowards. That's what I thought. It does have the 8 Exorcism Spirits, so the damage up to the Death Prophet is quite insane. And there it is. 3 buybacks are missing right now on the side of Talon. They have 1 left. No, none left. 5 buybacks on one side, 0 on the other. There is a buyback on the Death Prophet, but he doesn't have any money. Did finish off the Yashakaya and the Hex. So WS, he's stacked. How much is that gonna do for you, though? No boots. Has the Wind Waker, has the Yashakaya, so his movement speed is no problem. When he uses the Exorcism, he maybe even has max movement speed. In terms of kills, you're still 1 kill ahead, but who cares about kills, right? I'm gonna be looking at these murderous bastards. Even with less death, less blood spilled, we can win the game. Sanctity. Like Casual, he might want to go for it. HC. Who are they gunning for? WS is not an easy target, but he's not an impossible target either. The Mega Creeps coming in. Yeah, good time for the servers to not really work with us. And that's the double stun. They weren't looking for 1 hero, they wanted more. Jump in from the Faceless Void immediately. He jumped out. The Ember Spirit needs help. He gets the BKB off. He'll be fine. Stampede gonna be used, and Chuan gets himself away. He's pretty speedy too. But who's gonna be protecting the throne? They have the Glyph. If they want to use it, Lion for now. He's the one that's dealing with illusions. Akashi standing his ground as well. Those Naga illusions, they're not gonna be doing that much. Even with the double hoof stomp, not good of an initiation. Moody, not an easy hero to kill. The Lotus Orb returns. The Earth Spike. While IHC, he finds the Death Prophet. Still the Wind Waker is available. There's gonna be a chrono onto the 3 of them, and the song is gonna be used. Nobody cares about your song. It's Akashi. You're just smashing everybody. The song heals weren't enough. Akashi now, he's gonna be slept. Has the Manta to get out of the net, but actually not even needed. The Egg in a really good position with the Lion stun. But the throne is in trouble. They do have the Glyph. Somebody needs to TP. They need to TP to protect it. Look at the Nagasaran. She knows that this could be the end. You might be overextending though. No, he understands. With the siege creeps, all of it there, he just needs to give his life for the throne to fall, and that is exactly what is going to be happening. The Centaur, with the last swing of his axe, takes the throne down, and we are going to a game 3. What a performance coming